Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. I hope you guys are doing really well and staying safe out there. So today's reading is, how does your person feel for you? So their feelings for you. What is your person's feelings for you? Options 1, 2, and 3. We've got those laid out here. So we're using the little cartoon pins. I would tell you his name, but I forget it right now. Nathan Pyle, I think, P-Y-L-E, for those who are interested in. So for option 1, we've got this one that says, it's a vital organ critically wounded. So I don't know why this is not working. Hopefully you can see that, okay? And then also tea kettle. And then for option 2, we've got my precious indifferent creature. Where is it? Why is it so... There we go. Along with the peace symbol, or a little peace charm rather. This is so uncooperative, it's not even funny. Where it's like right here, like literally right here, and yet it's not. Why are you being difficult? I need an assistant. And then option 3, we've got chaos is how I learn. Chaos is how I learn. So hopefully you can see that. And then a little dog charm. Okay, pause the video if you need more time. The timestamps will be in the description box below. These are longer readings. I didn't intend to make them as long as they are, but they just ended up being, you know, pretty long, but they're pretty good readings. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section down below how they resonate. And there are extendeds as well, so the links for the extended will be in the description box below as well. Again, this is option 1, option 2, and option 3. And pause the video if you need more time. Pick using your intuition. If you get into the reading 5-10 minutes and find that it absolutely doesn't resonate, feel free to choose another option or come back another day for another reading. But thank you for tuning into my channel, for supporting it, for liking, for commenting, and for subscribing. I do appreciate you guys so very much. And we're getting started with option 1. Thanks for tuning in. All right, option 1, thanks for tuning into your reading. So how does your person feel for you, okay? So I've got the tarot cards pre-shuffled and laid out, and I'm gonna do the emotional barometer as well, which I meant to do off camera so I could pull the card out in advance so you wouldn't have to wait while I did that, but we'll do it on camera. I'll just have to remember that for the next 2 readings. So how does your person feel for you? Option 1, the person you came to this reading for. Think about your person, your love interest, angel, spirits, and guides. How does option 1's person feel for them right now? So you can see that they're feeling needy. Feeling needy. Which kind of makes sense and helps me out to interpret the mom card, also known as the Empress, because I'm getting this sort of overprotective energy from your person that is coming through here. So to summarize, you know, the needy card in the emotional barometer talks about, you know, even though it sounds like a harsh word, it talks about needing to learn to accept, you know, and to forgive ourselves. So it's like this person needs to forgive themselves for something with regard to you, okay? This person could be older than you. Doesn't have to be, but first thing that I noticed with the mom card, okay, with the Empress, and that is Libra and Taurus energy. And I mentioned the signs for those of you who understand the signs, because it does add a little something to the reading, but it doesn't by any means negate anybody that you're thinking of who isn't those signs, okay? But what this card is telling me right off the bat is that I feel that your person is feeling overprotective towards you. You know, if it's the other way around and roles are reversed, then flip them. But this is what I'm getting. Like, this person feels overprotective towards you. They're wanting to cater to you or take care of you in some way. Your person, you know, I feel thinks that you're very, very attractive. They think that you are like actually kind of like the perfect partner, okay? Like the epitome of a perfect partner, and very, very attractive. You also get the sense though with this card of somebody like a parent spoiling a child. So I don't know if you have a child with this person, if there's a mom involved in the situation or not. Maybe this person's mom spoiled them, or your mom spoiled you, and it's affecting the way that you interact in romantic relationships. But just take what resonates. It's obviously not going to resonate for everybody. But there is a sense of, it can be an overbearing energy here with this person. And with the needy card coming out, it does tell me that, an overbearing mom can be needy, right? Somebody that is overly involved in their child's life, or if this person is treating you this way, or has this energy towards you or you towards them, then it's like this sort of a needy energy comes from that sort of helicopter parent energy of a mother. So yeah, I feel like, we all know that, and like the card says, maturity and independence are associated with the desirable traits that we want to display, but there's something going on here that's bringing out this person's natural protective instincts. They, whoever this is representing, they long to hear some reassurance on this connection, and I feel like it's your person. They want to hear some reassurance from you on this connection, and they want to know that they're still needed in your life, okay? So, yeah, I feel that this person does fear rejection, okay? Especially if you've gone away from the connection, or if there's been distance, as indicated by the Hermit card, which talks about stepping away from people, places, and things, going off on your own, doing your own thing, introspective. Even though the Hermit has the best of intentions, right, with that star here, chasing dreams and hopes, and, first and foremost, discovering what their dreams and hopes are, aside from what their family expects, what their lover expects. It is good intentions, but I still feel like, somebody here is taking it kind of hard. There is this person's feeling a bit, triggered, or feeling that their love or your love for them is threatened here. And it could be that you guys are separated, by distance or by work. Somebody works out of town, goes on long trips. So just take it how it resonates. I'm reading for a lot of different people, and it's a general reading, but I'm getting that, there is something like this person is longing to connect, right? If they've gone off on a healing journey, whoever this is representing, they're longing to connect with somebody. And, they feel like, or you're longing to connect with this Hermit. If you're being represented by the Empress, you're longing to connect with this Hermit because you haven't heard from them in a while, or they're being introspective, and you are the lovely, Empress who likes to lavish her love and likes to give and attend to people and be attended to, likes to have that interaction, that social interaction. Also, this is a very sensual and sexual energy, so if there hasn't been sex taking place in this connection, somebody is missing that. Could be a while since sex took place between the two of you. And so, some of you have been with this person for a long time. Some of you could be in a higher level commitment or marriage with this person, with the Hierophant card here. And but I am seeing like some emotional distance or withdrawal. Maybe somebody has an attachment style that they're working out or working on, like an avoidant or fearful avoidant attachment style where they go within. I feel like that's not necessarily the case though, because that type of attachment style is somebody who can't get into a relationship that is deeper than shallow because they can't handle it. Whereas I feel like with these major arcana, this is definitely major energy here. So I feel like this connection does have a lot of dynamic aspects and layers to it. But I am feeling like this person is feeling like fear. They're wanting some proof of your love here, or that some proof of your forgiveness if forgiveness is needed, or proof of your reassurance that you still care for them. Yeah, this person is definitely feeling, some sort of anxiety here. And with the Hermit card, present, the overarching energy of the reading, it talks about, lack of communication. And this is maybe this distance was needed, but it was contributing to, you know, a lack of understanding and a lack of attention. So if this person is the one that's created the distance in this connection, you might be at a loss as to why they're acting like, you know, they feel needy, or they're wanting to hear from you, or that they're missing you, or that they're not feeling the love, because they're the ones that created the distance, right? But nevertheless, this is how they feel, okay? It's like this person underestimated their desire for your attention and for your acceptance. And maybe this is the type of person that traditionally or was raised to think that, you know, feeling needy or desiring acceptance, if feeling like a little bit codependent on somebody, if that's the case, was a sign of weakness, made them inadequate in some way. And then this is, you know, triggering some of those insecurities as well, if that's the case. But actually, like what this card talks about, it says that insecurity is a sign of well-being, and it means we haven't allowed ourselves to take other people for granted. So if this person is feeling insecure towards your connection, where they stand with you, it's good because it shows that they're not taking you for granted. They realize how much they appreciate you and want you in their life. They're being realistic about things, and the fact that things could turn out badly in this connection. You know, it is a potential here, right? Nothing is carved in stone, nothing is guaranteed. So this person, I think, is feeling like they need to make some plans with you, to get together and share, you know, a few hours or moments where they can reach out to you and connect to you in a way that makes them feel reassured. And this person could even want to tell you, you know, that they really need you, and they want to ask you, do you still want them? Okay. And I feel like this is, for a lot of people, a very mature approach, and for your person, it's something that they wouldn't have done had they not had some sort of spiritual guidance or awakening. Both of these cards are spiritual, talk about the spiritual nature. This is a magical nature, so spiritual magical nature to your relationship. It's like they're undergoing some sort of transformation, if not transformation, and understanding, a deeper level of understanding of their appreciation for you and what you bring to this connection and what you bring to their life. And it's the time apart that has helped them to realize that, okay? So they do want to, you know, they feel like asking you, you know, do you still want them? Because they really feel needy towards you. They feel that they need you. And I feel like, you know, for those who are very traditional, especially the masculines who are raised with sort of a macho mentality, you know, just being described as needy would kind of piss them off, or they wouldn't like that. But I feel like your person, again, is undergoing a deeper understanding of what your connection is, and so, you know, they wouldn't feel insecure about expressing their desire and need for you in some way or form, okay? At least not as insecure, not nearly as insecure as they would have in the past. They're recognizing that being able to communicate to somebody that they love and care for, you know, how much that person means to them, is a sign of maturity and health, not a sign of weakness. And again, you know, it could have been something that, you know, if they do think this way, if this is the type of person that has withheld their feelings or gone away, and you just know this is a deeper connection, you feel it, they feel it, but they're not acting on it or acting like they understand the depth of the connection, so certainly maybe are not communicating it lately. You know, could have been an overbearing mother or some sort of patriarchal system that taught this person to hold in their feelings, especially if they're masculine. But again, it's regardless of gender, as we all have masculine and feminine within us. So it could be a feminine that's being this way too. But I just can't get away from the fact that the mom card is here, and it could talk about someone, you know, spoiling their child, and this put them at a disadvantage in relationships. Okay? Because in relationships, you can't just expect everybody to do everything for you and baby you. You have to man or woman up and rise to the occasion. And sometimes the hardest thing that you need to do is just face and admit your own feelings and risk that rejection, because it's worth it. It's worth the peace of mind of knowing one way or another, and knowing that if it doesn't work out, at least you tried and did your part. And it didn't work out because you were a coward, because you weren't a coward. If you say what you feel, you're not a coward, okay? That is going to resonate for somebody. But I feel like this person is wanting to embody those better traits that they learned. You know, I'm really getting the storyline of resonance that this is something from their past and their upbringing, and what they're trying to do now is become somebody who is, you know, trying to be more nurturing, you know, realizing that they didn't express, you know, their feminine side enough. And so that's coming out as well. This desire to express their feminine side more in the form of being a good listener, you know, expressing feelings, acting nurturing, feeling nurturing towards you, you know, feeling protective of you, which is interesting and good energy, I feel. It's a warm energy. It's got a warm feeling. This person feels warmly towards you, option one. And they know where they're imbalanced, and they've taken the time to sort of look at themselves, and they want to correct that now. And I feel that this person also feels that with this Magician card, I get that they are feeling confident in their charms. Okay, if your person, regardless of gender, is represented by the Empress, this is somebody that is quite sensual, quite attractive. If I didn't stress it enough before, I'm stressing it again. Both of these cards together say your person is probably, you know, very attractive to the opposite sex, or to, you know, whatever sex is interested in them. They're an attractive person in general, and they have a lot of charm to them, and I feel like they are feeling more confident about that. You know, even if they've retreated, and even if they're starting to make some changes to their approach and realize some things, they're still feeling very confident. In fact, their confidence is being boosted, I feel, by what they're learning. And they feel confident that they can win you over, option one. If they need to win you over, they feel confident they can do that. And the reason they'd want to do that is because they feel like you're an entrancing and magnetic, seductive person, and they're awed by your creative abilities as well. You're the type of person that can make something out of nothing. Maybe you have this in common with your person. You know, this could be your person. They are a magician. You know, they're a magic man. They, like the song Magic Man, can make something out of nothing, or they aspire to do that because the Empress is also very creative. So, you know, you guys have that in common. Maybe just different approaches. But they're integrating, I'm hearing they're integrating their approach with yours and what they've learned by observing and learning from you. And perhaps you're doing this too, but this is helping them to be more magical, I want to say, more magnetic, and they're wanting to show this to you if they haven't already. You know, they want to awe you with their creative abilities and their ability to make something out of nothing. And if this relationship has been going downhill in any way, in the form of distance or lack of interaction, then what they're wanting to create is a new beginning. Is a reconnection, some moments alone where they can express how they feel, let you know how they feel, and tend to, right? There is still this chance, like with this person, because it is the Magician. You know, the Magician does have this side to them where it's kind of like the man behind the curtain. Like the Wizard of Oz, the wizard behind the curtain, like they can misrepresent themselves and wear a mask. They're like the magician on stage, and then behind the scenes or something else. So I feel like this person feels that they aren't what they say that they are, or they're trying to discover, you know, what it's like. They're having a crisis of identity a little bit, trying to understand. Yes, your person's thinking, I am, you know, an entertaining, persuasive person, let's say. But now that I've been thinking about things in a more deeper way, and changing my ways, and reconsidering the path that I'm on, you know, how much of this is my true personality, this entertainer, this, you know, outward extrovert, this person who creates, this magician, how much of that is like truly my personality, this social butterfly I'm hearing, how much of that is truly my personality versus how much of this is my personality, which the Hermit is sort of the opposite. Somebody that doesn't want or need anybody else to applaud them. Somebody that doesn't want to be the center of attention, under the spotlight, entertaining anybody, fooling anybody. They want to be authentic. They want to follow their inner truth. They want to be authentic and walk their own path, and that means leaving behind what they've known before in order to do that, to get to someplace better. So this is a spiritual journey card, and it's good to note that You know, Virgo is represented by both of these cards. So even though these cards might seem somewhat opposite, they're actually not. This is the man behind the curtain here with your person. So it's like they're trying to integrate, you know, what they're learning, the new stuff that they're learning with who they know themselves to be. And as they do that, they feel, yes, they still feel confident in their charms, confident to win you over, but they also feel, this side of them is confident to win them over, right? Because they feel needy towards you and afraid that they, that you don't feel the same, or they feel needy, or they need reassurance from you. But that's that newer side of themselves. This baby side, I want to say. That's newly emerging. This more spiritual, more introspective side of themselves. And even if this has always been a part of their personality to be somebody that needs to get off stage and then go hermit, you know, in their cave for a while to recharge their batteries, even if that's always been a part of their personality, they are taking it more seriously now. And that's like what's guiding them in their life right now. It's their focus more so than it was in the past. So now they're like, can I still charm this person? Can I still charm option 2 from this place, this more authentic place? Or do I need to continue to still be this magician and put on a show? So this is what they're weighing in their heart right now. So they feel like they, you know, that they aren't, you know, what they say that they are. And they do have a darker side. And they have, you know, put on a show, you know, to make you think that whatever they want you to think, right? And, you know, spiritual awakenings are messy. It involves shadow work. It's not all rainbows and unicorns and butterflies and glitter. And as this person's learning deeper things about themselves, some of that is shadow aspects of themselves. It's like they're wondering, you know, how are you going to feel about this dark side? Or maybe they never showed you their dark side, or tried to hold it back from you in fear that you would reject them and wouldn't accept it. But they realize that in order to have a worthwhile partnership with anyone, you know, they need to reveal their authentic self, their true self, in order to have that. So it's like their neediness is also stemming from not knowing how you're going to react to another side of them, this new side that's emerging or developing within them to a greater extent than it was before. You know, and for those of you who are in separation from this person, you know, they do want to give off the impression, or they have up till now, that they are cool with any distance between the two of you. They might have been putting a show on in person or on social media to make it seem like they're happy being without you, that they're living the life, the high life, and they're good, but they're not, okay? This has caused them to go within in a way, again, that was orchestrated by the universe because it was needing to happen to get them on a more spiritual path and help them, you know, wake up to some things about themselves and their lives and what they need to do next, and who they really want to be and who they really are inside. So as a result of that, yeah, they are questioning. They're like, in the past or whatever, I was able to charm the Empress with my magic tricks, but now that I'm being more authentic, how do I impress her? We'll just call her hers. It's a woman on the card. How do I impress her now? What part of my Virgo, or whatever sign they are, what part of my hermit self will best impress her the way my magician self did? And because they do want something from you, they just don't know how to get it. And so what do they want from you? They want something traditional with you, with the Hierophant card. So yeah, Hierophant card is about tradition. It's about institutions. It's about spirituality, mostly religion, higher education institutions, things like that. It's about the higher mind, right? They're more of a vibrational match to the Hierophant now, as they embrace their hermit energy than they were before. And so this is changing, perhaps changing what they want from you. Some of you, this person didn't want a commitment or anything traditional with you before. As they become more spiritual and more down their path to their north node, right? Their wish fulfillment, their star in the sky, or whatever you want to call it, as they're moving down that path, they are becoming more of a vibrational match to this, which is wanting something traditional, wanting to do things the traditional way, marriage, and eventually children. And I see like you guys could have children, right? If you don't already. Also, I feel like this person feels that, I don't know why, but feels that you can mentor them and advise them, or you guys can advise one another. Because like, where this person is a bit more rigid and a bit more conservative or traditional, or well, just masculine in a way, you are if you're the Empress, you know, you are the receptive and giving and obliging, you know, nurturing, flexible one. It's like polarities that are coming together and you know, filling gaps, working together in tandem. So I feel like you guys can add to each other's lives in that way, bring what's missing to each other's lives, and advise each other in meaningful ways. And I feel also this person, you know, they do want to be polite to you, they want to be respectful to you. I don't know if they have or they haven't in the past. Magician can be, or magic boy, it can be mischievous. But either way, you know, with this card, it's telling me they do want to be more respectful to you. They do want to follow their morals more. And I feel that, you know, they have refined their morals, you know, by going off on this journey or this time apart from you. Regardless how it looks on the outside, they have been refining their morals and being more introspective in a way that has allowed them to see things, you know, differently from before, like I said. So I feel that, you know, because this person is coming across as conservative, as traditional, or they're coming from a traditional or conservative background, there are some things about what this person is finding out about themselves, some core beliefs that they are going to be unwilling to change, okay? Some core viewpoints that they're unwilling to change. And so I feel like, you know, by them going within, that's something that they've come to terms with. That they're going to have to see if you are compatible with their core views, those parts of them that are rigid and won't change, okay? The things about themselves that they will not compromise, their beliefs that they will not compromise. I think some of them have found out they're more open-minded than they thought, but I think others have just, what's the word? Reconfirmed to themselves, you know, why they're traditional, why they're by the book if they're by the book, why they are the way that they are. And learned that despite having been raised a certain way, you know, they're not going to reject, you know, all of their learning from their younger years and upbringing. They're going to keep some of that, but for different reasons. Reasons that resonate more with their personality and with their path in life and what they want, as opposed to just doing what they were taught and told, you know, by their parents. Okay? So I feel like, you know, some of your people could have a holier than thou attitude, or a superior attitude, you know, in general. So be aware of that. Maybe you already know that. I feel that's going to be the same going forward. And as a result, they could feel concerned if your relationship lacks established structure and foundation. Okay? If your relationship is the kind of relationship that steers away from societal expectation or societal norms, or the way that they think that it should go in terms of tradition, convention, then this is going to be of concern to them, and is something that they are considering with regards to you, you know, something they feel strongly about. They feel strongly about you, and they feel strongly about their values, and they're trying to figure out a way, if there is one, to establish a better balance and structure for your connection, to have a foundation that will work for both of you and allow you both, especially allow them to be authentic and true to their path, okay? So I'm going to get some cards here. Notes from your beloved here. I'm going to take it over to the extended and get more notes and more oracle cards. There was so much that wanted to be said for you, option 1. What does option 1's person want to say? How do they feel? How does option 1's person feel? Our relationship is never consistent. Why can't we find a stable ground? That's just, you know, what I just said. That's what's concerning them. Can you guys establish a structure and foundation that works for both of you guys? What else does this person want to say? For option 1. What does this person want to say to option 1, please? You're the type of woman who brings out the worst in a man, his conscience. So you have had a lot to do with this person going within and really reevaluating their values. And some of their values have evolved and have changed, and it's thanks to you. Some of them, those values have been reconfirmed, but they have a greater understanding as to why they hold those values, right? They're understanding themselves better because something about you brought out their conscience. They do look up to you. They could view you as like a mother figure. They do think you would make a good mother to their children, but they could just view you as like, you know, a wise person as well. You're the first thing I think about in the morning and the last thing I think about at night. Yeah, I feel like this person kind of, they kind of weigh whatever they're thinking or whatever they're planning to do against what they think that you would do, okay? So they might not do that with everything, but I feel like sometimes on certain things when they need to make a decision about something or when they're thinking about something a certain way, it just passes through their mind like, what would so-and-so think of that? Or what would so-and-so do, you know? And this helps to inform their life. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got, you're the one I want to be with, I choose you. So, you know, regardless, this person really, you know, they love you, they're attracted to you. They see the value in you. They look up to you. They do want to win you over. They are hoping that you guys can work something out that will result in you guys having a stronger foundation for this relationship. Something leading to a traditional commitment or marriage, maybe a family. And they want that very much, okay? Even though there's some rigid viewpoints here with this person, and some differences between the two of you, it's like they really do want that. So I feel like they're really leaning towards choosing you regardless. You know, they see in you enough of what they need to see, even if you are different, that complements the life they want to lead in the path that they're being guided down. And they see you as a partner to walk down that path with. Like that you have enough, like even if you aren't a perfect fit, you're still the one they want to be with. And so they're going to choose you, option 1, okay? So I need to take this over to the extended now, where I will pull romance angels, messages of love, yes, and more messages, and I think, yeah, another oracle card that I'm undecided on. But hey, I am going to try to do the same amount of cards for each option this time. So there is that. And I hope this was helpful for you, option 1. And if it did resonate, please let me know in the comment section down below. And like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. That would be great. And I will talk to you next time. Option 2, how does your person feel for you? What are their feelings for you? So I'm going to tell you right off the bat that I'm going to try to make this shorter than option 1. Option 1 was a very long reading and it's getting a bit late, so don't hate me. It's still going to be a full reading, but it's going to try to condense it a little bit, see if I can. So think about your person, your love interest, the one you came to the reading for. Angel, spirits, and guides for those who have chosen option 2. How does their person feel for them, please? Got solitary. So your person feels excuse me, solitary. So let me pull that card out. For your person to feel solitary, you must not be in communication, or some of you aren't in communication with this person, but it doesn't have to be. Even if that's the case, there could still be messages here for you. We can always pick another option. I did pre-shuffle the cards, as you can see, and laid those out. So as soon as I find the solitary card, we're in business. Maybe an option 3, I will do that off camera. I like doing it on camera though, so you guys can see, but in the interest of time, it doesn't always make sense for me, unfortunately. But we've got it here. So why is your person feeling solitary? This card talks about the high value on sociability, okay? I feel that your person, you know, with this two of swords here, this person's alone here. Looks like somebody's walked away in this connection. If you walked away, your person is missing you or feeling solitary, right? And if they've walked away, likewise. Could be just talking about emotional distance in this connection due to a lack of equal give and take. But I feel that, you know, this person has needed some time to be alone. And they could feel awkward about that since, you know, our culture does place, you know, such a high value on sociability. They could be telling you that, they could give you excuses why they needed to distance themselves from this connection, like, you know, they're spending time on work or, you know, something else. But the truth is they just want to be alone, I feel like, at present. You know, they are feeling like they're at risk of, you know, losing who they are. And this could also be a message for some of you if you've been surrounded by a lot of people lately, you know, to the extent that you can during this time in history, then, or maybe you just feel crowded, something like that. If you're a very sensitive or empathetic person, then it doesn't take much to make you feel crowded. It's saying that, you know, don't feel like you need to make an excuse or feel guilty or anything like that. Take the time that you need to separate. This is what your person is doing, so they're feeling this way. Maybe you've distanced yourself from them, and this is why, because you needed some space to yourself. But if that's the case, you know, they are missing you. You know, more seriously than perhaps you realize. Yeah, because it's okay to take a break sometimes. This card talks about, you know, you can show up for people, be there for them, listen to their stories, give of yourself, but, you know, you can't swim in their emotions endlessly. You know, you have to have empathy for yourself as well. So you need to be alone because, you know, life among other people can unfold very quickly. That pace can be, you know, relentless after a while, too exciting, taxing on the nervous system. And just taking, you know, 5 minutes, you know, away from all of that to really just focus on your breathing. You know, that is just natural to human beings to need that space. You know, because every emotion, especially to sensitive people, really impacts them, you know, a lot more heavily than our society would lead you to believe. So you have to take care of yourself by acknowledging, you know, and understanding your need to, you know, to be separated, to take time for yourself after being, especially after being amongst a lot of different people, because this card talks about a lot of unprocessed emotions. Yeah, I mean, even if you're around people that you like, it talks about examples of where, you know, somebody could tell you an anecdote and it sparks a feeling, you know, a feeling of envy within you, and it's only human to have certain emotions, positive and negative, and it's nothing against that person, but, or somebody raise a topic in conversation that makes you feel a little anxious or reminds you something that brings on anxiety. They didn't mean to do that, but it does, and then all of a sudden, you know, before you know it, your sympathetic nervous system becomes triggered a little bit and you feel anxious or like you just need space. So you do need time. Your person, so this is talking about your person for the most part, needs time to quiet down, you know, and be vulnerable in private. I feel this person could be much more sensitive than you realize, or maybe you know that they could be tender-skinned, and they don't want to show it, okay? They want to retreat into themselves. They don't mean any offense. This isn't personal for most of you. It's mostly about, you know, the needed time that they need, you know, away from their fellow humans to get back in touch with their original opinions, their original thoughts and feelings on things, to allow themselves to be more authentic, so that when they come back out, you know, from their introspection, they are able to show up more authentically, more lively, and be more, just be stronger, and not worry so much about being rejected or accepted, you know, by other people, but still being able to mingle with people in a way that, you know, they can just roll with it without it taking such a toll on them. So they just feel they need this time alone to be a better person, a better partner, a better friend, and a better companion. Everybody needs in this time needs time alone. So this is reminiscent of option 1, where we did have the Virgo card or the Hermit card come out. So if you had been undecided on whether to choose this one or option 1, you know, if the rest of this reading resonates, I'll mention, you know, go over to option 1 and maybe watch that if I think that these are very connected. But mostly this is simply saying that your person is needing their time alone, you know, to do their thing and attend to themselves for a while, because they don't feel like they have anything to offer, okay? And so with this, I'm getting that, you know, they felt like, this is like more of a past energy for me with that 6 of Pentacles. They felt like you were or are more invested in this relationship than them. You know, I am getting somewhat of an unrequited love situation here. Could feel that way to you because this person needs this time alone. Again, it's not personal, it's something that they need for themselves. Although, you know, if they were giving as much effort to this relationship as they should be, if it's the type of relationship they want to truly maintain, then they would, you know, express to you why they need this time alone, why they are separated themselves from you in a way that you could understand. But I feel like for a lot of you, they didn't do that, or they're not doing that. And so it's because they're feeling like, you know, I feel like they're feeling badly that you're investing more into this than they have. You know, the good thing about an unrequited love situation, which I'm not saying for all of you that's what this is just what this first card can talk about, is that, you know, eventually, you know, psychology says that everybody lets you down eventually, and the reason why unrequited love situations are so hard to get over is because you never really get to know that person more deeply. You only get to a certain level, and then, you know, and then you separate, and so you're always left wondering, like, was that the one? Could that have been the one? And everything like that. And it stings. It's like this bittersweet feeling, and it stings all the more because of the fact that you didn't get the chance to really get into a relationship with that person. Whereas if you had gotten into a relationship with that person, you would have saw what we all see eventually, that they have a lot of flaws. They aren't perfect. There are certainly some things you don't like about them, and you aren't compatible with them. And, you know, even if you stay together and overall it becomes like a good relationship, in time we all see each other's true colors, and that rose-tinted glasses comes off, and we're able to see the situation more objectively and clearly, and we realize, you know, that this person, you know, is only human too, right? They put on their pants one leg at a time too, and they're just a normal person, and they're not the person that I originally thought that they were, but it's okay. But, you know, the thing with unrequited love is you never get to that stage where you realize that, because it ends before you get there, and that's why it, like, leaves you wanting. Like, you feel like you've been cheated, or you've been gypped, or you missed out on something, when the truth is you might not have missed out on anything, right? You just didn't get the chance to learn that. So I feel guided to say that for somebody, and I'm saying that again because of these 2 cards here, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. At the very least, one of you is doing, you know, more of the work, investing more in the relationship. So, you know, roles can be reversed. It's a general reading, so just apply it how it fits. Maybe your person was, or maybe your person's feeling like they were the one who was doing all the calling and the texting and other stuff. Well, while you were the one doing hardly anything at all. But either way, this is what is being said, that it was an unbalanced connection. And I feel like you were the one doing more, okay, for most of you. And they love that, you know, they love that you do nice things for them, but it makes them and it's made them feel uncomfortable, because it makes them feel like, well, it makes them feel like a taker or like a user, right? You know, the fact that you're doing so much more for them, and while they like it, right? Who doesn't like somebody paying attention to them, doing for them, reaching out to them, caring for them? When you're unwilling or unable for some reason to reciprocate that, you do eventually, most of us with a conscience, start to feel like a little bad about that. And I feel like your person did. And they recognize, you know, the sweetness of what you've done and what you're doing and who you are, that you are so sweet, and that they do want to return the favor. I feel like there is this part of them that wants to return that favor of how sweet you've been with them. I feel it made it very hard for them with this Two of Swords, you know, being the overarching energy of the whole reading. This Two of Swords talks about walking on eggshells. And so if they were indecisive about making a decision, or have been indecisive about making a decision about moving this connection forward or not, it is because of how sweet you really are. They know that they could do a lot worse, right? And they do want to be that person for you that reciprocates, you know, all the caring and the attention that you deserve, and reciprocate some of that. But I just had a quote in my head, and it went in one side of my head and out the other. I should have said it as soon as I got it, but maybe it'll come back to me. It would have added to the reading. But anyway, this is why there has been stagnation. This is why there has been indecision in this connection. And if you guys are together, somebody's emotionally withdrawing. Okay? And if you tuned into both your logic and your intuition, you would understand the reasons why. And probably already know what I'm going to tell you. So, charm school, that's it. You guys probably feel, okay, there's this scene in the movie, you know, I like my movies. I'm going to tell you what, because it applies. It's called The Mirror. The Mirror has two faces, okay? It's got Jeff Bridges and Barbara Streisand, and she is with him, and she says, we're so polite to each other. I feel like, you know, we're in charm school together, or we're roommates in a charm school. I feel like that's almost kind of like you guys. That you walk on eggshells is the point, right? This sense of not wanting to do anything a little too off balance, because everything could just fall apart if you did. And unfortunately, what I'm seeing here is, you know, as much as this person wants to, you know, return your favors and thinks that you're sweet, somebody has walked away here, or is going to walk away here with this Eight of Cups. You know, this card talks about moving on due to a lack of emotional fulfillment. So if you're emotionally unfulfilled by this person for their lack of reciprocating with you, or for you always feeling like it's all about them and you have to be careful about everything you do and say, well then good for you. Move on to your true wish fulfillment. But I feel like, you know, obviously for many of you, this is your person doing this, moving on, not feeling emotionally fulfilled because they cannot, for whatever reason, return your favors, or they haven't been able to up to this point, and they don't want to cause you any more trouble. They don't want to hurt you anymore. Okay, so they're letting you go if you're going, or I feel like if they've walked away, many of you are letting them go. But it's just with this acceptance, you know, of the loss, like accepting the loss and moving on, you know, with your life, you know, just hoping for something better, right? Now, for an odd few, you know, despite the uneven give and take in this connection, I feel like neither one of you wanted to hurt the other one, and so you guys did move forward in this connection, or will move forward in this connection. And there will be deepening of emotions that could, you know, wind up in you guys, you know, being together with that Four of Wands. Probably on a very trial basis. An odd few could move in with this person, but it's about a relationship that's kind of kept on the down low, not in a seedy way for the most part, but in a we're keeping it close to the chest because we ourselves don't know what we're doing, or why we're doing it, or what's going to happen. So we're just going to kind of keep it to ourselves as we stay together and try to see if there's anything that we can make happen, you know, in this relationship. See if it's going to really go somewhere really good for us that works for both of us. So but I am feeling, to be honest, for more of you than that, you know, this is the completion of a cycle, okay? Meaning that one or both of you is winding up single again at the end of the cycle. And that, you know, the one who walks away, you know, the other one's just going to accept it without a fight. And this person, I feel, is looking for someone to settle down with, you know, make a beautiful home with. They want to make a beautiful home with someone, because the Four of Wands is a passionate and stable home. You can see two people sitting together, enjoying the nice weather outside of their home, eating grapes. It's a very serene and lovely scene. Speaking of feeling at home with one another, comfortable silences and refuge. And I feel that this person is looking for that level of safety. And for whatever reason, I think it's because they feel a little topsy-turvy with you, a little unsettled. Because it's like they can't give you what you want. Maybe they don't know why. Either way, there's some sense of it not quite working. So they're going to try to go towards something that will work for them. Okay? Because they're wanting to settle down. They're wanting to make a beautiful home with someone. Even if they haven't said this to you, although a lot of them they have, you know, you guys have probably talked about your future or potential future. At some point it's been talked about. But this is what they're wanting, you know, someone they can see a future with. And they're not really being able to see that future with you. Option 2 with that blindfold on. Okay? I feel too that this person didn't want to make any big changes, any big transformation, doesn't want to move. So if you guys live, you know, far apart from one another, this person doesn't want to move to be with you. Of course, that's not going to resonate for everybody. That's just an odd few that'll resonate with. Basically, this person doesn't want to make any big changes, right? They feel like you guys are so different that they'd have to transform a lot, or you'd have to transform a lot. There need to be some sort of big moves made, big changes made in order for you guys to achieve this Four of Wands together. They're wanting to stay in their comfort zone. They're wanting to be with someone who lets them be a little bit lazy if they want to be. Lazy in a relationship, you know, stick with what they know, okay? So in that, you know, and that last sentence I just said does remind me of something else I said in option 1. Again, if you feel drawn to, option 1 is there for you as well, if you feel like looking into that, okay? So, what else? Battery is low on my phone, so I've got to hurry this up here. I don't want to shortchange you though. I've already almost been going for 20 minutes. What else am I getting? Yeah, this person is wanting to be with somebody that doesn't require as much of a transformation or change, which is even ironically more of an indication that this could be a higher level or twin flame soulmate relationship, because those are the type of relationships that inspire us to change, right? Trigger us to change, to transform even. And that's a big thing to undertake. And this person evidently is not quite ready for that just yet, or hasn't been up till now. So they're wanting to stick with what they know. So it's the sense of, you know, walking away because they don't want to commit to you. Somebody's moving out perhaps. You know, the sense of feeling, your person feeling unsteady and unstable with you. You know, therefore not wanting to see if, not wanting, that was a Freudian slip. Okay, for some of you, they don't want to see a future with you, okay? I think, again, because it has to do with not wanting to make those big moves, those big changes, allow that transformation to occur within them. They want to stay with the status quo in their comfort zone. Others of them, they just simply don't see, you know, a future with you, okay? And that's why. They are walking away, hoping to find, you know, the grass greener on the other side, I'm getting. So I'm going to pull some notes from your person, option 2, and then I'm going to take it over to the extended, and I'm going to pull more notes and get advice, or the romance angels anyway. I'm going to pull the romance angels cards for you. If you're liking the reading so far, please hit the like button, and if it does resonate with your situation, please let me know in the comment section down below. That would be great. And thank you to my existing subscribers. I appreciate you. And if you do subscribe, please hit the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload my next video. For those who have chosen option 2, what does their person want to say to them, please? Regarding this reading, how do they feel about them? How does option 2's person feel about them? I'm embarrassed by my actions. I can't look you in the eyes. Yeah. So this person could not reciprocate to the same extent, you know, in this relationship. And in departing this relationship, going to see the grass greener on the other side, they did something that they're embarrassed by. And they say they can't look you in the eyes. What else does option 2's person want to say, please? Everything's falling apart. Yeah, I definitely get that everything's falling apart, or has fallen apart between the two of you. For some of you, this is happening right now. But it can also be referring to something, something else, you know, whatever your person moved towards, perhaps another person. If that's the case, they're saying that that's falling apart. Why are you ignoring me? So this person's asking you, option 2, why are you ignoring them? They feel ignored by you. Maybe you didn't reply to their attempt to contact you, or some of you perhaps have blocked this person, but they regardless feel like you are ignoring them in some way, shape, or form, option 2. So yeah, if you feel like it, go ahead and follow me over to the extended. We're gonna get deeper into this. I've got more tarot cards. We're gonna elaborate, you know, on this storyline, on this reading, and find out, you know, what's going on with this person and what you can look forward to happening with this person in the future. And like I said, we will get advice and messages, you know, from your person is over there as well. So the link for the extended is in the description box below. And if this is where we part ways, though, thank you for tuning in. I hope that was helpful, and I'll talk to you next time. Welcome, option 3. Thank you for tuning into your reading. So how does your person feel about you? The person you came to this reading for, how do they feel? So I'm going to start with the emotional barometer here. So think about your person, the person you came to the reading for. Angels, spirits, and guides for those who have chosen option 3. How does your person feel for them right now? How does your person feel? Confident. They feel confident, option 3. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. Lots of finagling with the camera this week. Okay. So give me a moment while I draw that particular card out. Interesting to note that your person feels confident. It's a bit, you know, it's different from options 1 and 2. I'd like to thank those of you who have subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you doing that and for tuning in today. There we go. Got that card out. So it says that, yeah, your person's feeling, you know, blessed. They feel like everything is possible. With this card, you know, it talks about, you know, them wanting to ask for what they really need, them, you know, wanting to even show their vulnerability maybe, and even thinking about straying from the predictable path and daring for something outstanding. So that's awesome. And it feels like this person's, according to this card, you know, it says that this person's confidence could be stemming from, you know, having made peace with the possibility of looking absurd or failing. So this person's growing up, I'm hearing. Growing up, no longer worried about how they're going to look, worried about looking bad or failing. And if this resonates with you, you know, you can take it for you as well. As always, it's a general reading, so roles can be reversed, but what I'm getting for your person is that they feel confident, you know, by acknowledging that, you know, everybody everybody looks like a fool sometimes. Nobody is free from being mocked, you know, at times, and there is really no way. I mean, whatever you do, people are going to judge you either way, so you might as well do what you want and embrace it, and embrace some risks in life. And this is what your person is doing. This card talks about learning, you know, that you know, all of us are kind of the fool, like on the Fool's Journey, on the tarot card, the Fool. By nature, that's how we all start. That's how we come into this world, and it doesn't matter, you know, if we end up looking stupid. It's better to do something and then regret having done it than to regret not doing something, right? So yeah, this card talks about maybe risking asking for a favor. They could be asking for a favor from you, option 3, or trying to befriend some of you that maybe they've fallen out with, even though you might be contemptuous of them, depending on your situations. They could still want to risk, you know, trying to befriend you, or they're at the point where, you know, they already know kind of that they've behaved foolishly, and that pretty much, you know, nobody's perfect. Everybody behaves foolishly. That's kind of human nature, one way or another. So we're going to behave foolishly in our life. So taking risks, trying and failing, there's no way to avoid that. So they might as well stop trying to avoid that. So any fear of humiliation that they might have had towards you or this connection, that's no longer stalking them. That's no longer having the control over them that it once did. It's this card talking about growing, you know, free to try something new or different, and accepting that, you know, if they do fail, you know, failure is the norm. You know, it's like Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will, but that doesn't mean you stop living, right? You have to keep living, and every once in a while, you know, it works. And this card talks about, you know, you might reject them, or you might give them a kiss. You might take them back. You might, you know, behave friendly towards them. It even talks about like getting a raise at your job. You know, you never know unless you ask. So this person's all about looking at things from a fresh and optimistic, even a hopeful perspective, and with the mature attitude that, you know, failure and risk and loss and humiliation and looking foolish, those actually aren't a big deal. None of us gets out of this life without looking that way many times. So that is some maturity coming from your person there, option 3. So I've got your tarot cards pre-shuffled. At the bottom of the deck we do have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so that's earth sign energy, and then we've got the High Priestess. So hello. It's a major arcana card, and it talks about this connection being something like an otherworldly connection. Could represent the sign of Cancer or a Pisces moon. And then we've got the Justice card, which is the sign of Libra. It's another major arcana. And then we've got the 10 of Pentacles, more earth sign energy. And that was in reverse as well, okay? So, you know, you've got a couple of major arcana, not as many as option 1. Option 1 got plenty of major arcana, and like what I said in option 1, when you see major arcana cards, you know that the universe has a big hand in this connection. So anything that's happened, for better or for worse, in this connection was meant to happen, okay? But I am seeing like there is more possibility for free will to be effective in your connection so far based on these cards. So if something has gone wrong, if you've been left out in the cold, or if you left your person out in the cold, if there's been emotional or financial losses in this connection, to you or your person. My light's going really dim now. Sorry about that, option 3. It's always something, isn't it? Anyways, this is saying that, you know, your attitude, your mental state, your state of mind, your person's state of mind is having a very beneficial and positive effect at turning things around in this connection, okay? So in terms of how they feel, let's look. With the High Priestess card, your person feels, okay, this is my sexy person card, okay, one of them, that you are sexy, that you are intriguing. If this is representing you, then it's saying that you're sexy and intriguing, okay? That you're mysterious. They feel that you're mysterious. They want to know what your secrets are, okay? I'm getting that this acknowledgement from your person that this is an otherworldly bond, okay? They could feel maybe a psychic connection, maybe you can feel your feelings, know what you're thinking, or vice versa. Or they have this sense or feeling that you can do that with them, okay? It's almost like your eyes can see right through them and they can't really hide anything from you, for better or for worse. Some of you could be modest in your dress, but either way, they find you, very, very sexy, very attractive, intriguing, despite, that. But that's coming through. The High Priestess is typically someone who's modest in their appearance. Also, I'm getting, that you could be a private person, or you're being private towards this person, right? There's also, with this card, it always makes me think of somebody who is innocent, someone who is quietly observing you from afar, but you might be observing this person from afar. However, I'm taking it like your person is observing you from afar, but quietly doing so you might not even be aware of it. I'm getting that your person is trying to, with this Justice card in reverse, they're trying to observe things or consider things from a non-biased perspective now, okay? Before coming to any more conclusions, or before coming to a conclusion about this relationship. This is also a card about vindication or getting what they deserve. So I guess it depends on the scenario, right? Depends on your situation, as this is a general reading. Some could be having legal troubles with contracts. Some could be getting a divorce or a legal separation. Some of you could be married to this person or have a rental contract with them, but that is ending, okay? So take it how it resonates. If a part of the reading doesn't resonate, then it just means it's not for you. So don't take that message. Maybe another message will resonate. But what I'm feeling, overall here with this is that they're trying to look at you from a non-biased perspective now. They want to be non-biased, non-judgmental before coming to their conclusion. And there's a sense of them getting what they deserve, which makes me curious, okay? I suppose if they've hurt you, then what they got, in return is emotional loss, perhaps financial loss. But also this card can talk about somebody not siding with the partner. So like this card can talk about a lack of solidarity. So if this person disagrees with you, instead of, presenting a united front, say in a social situation, they could actively disagree with you, in front of others in such a way that might be embarrassing for you, or you might have done this to them. And that could have been the thing that they did that hurt you, if that's the case. But they've gotten, they've experienced your cold shoulder, and they don't like that, so it's like they got what they deserved if they did that. If they didn't side with you or stick up for you or showed a lack of solidarity for you in this connection. Also, this person I'm getting to could feel unfairly treated by you, so it's not like they were the only ones that behaved unfairly. This person feels unfairly treated by you for something, or they could. It's especially if this person is going through a hard time, with the Justice card, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and you're sitting here, sitting pretty, looking cool, calm, and collected, then they could especially feel that it's not fair, that they feel mistreated while you seem to be doing well in your life. And this makes them feel like you have the upper hand, which they don't particularly like, okay? Yeah. Definitely, it's like you guys did have stability, but then, conflict sort of ruined that or turned it upside down. Let's see. Yeah, definitely feeling some sort of mistreatment and somebody having the upper hand. I'm getting a long-term commitment with the Ten of Pentacles, family situation, family business. Like I said, this person could be married, but if so, it's not going well. They could have chosen a partner. They could have chosen a partner who's not as well off or as compatible with their friends and family or their lifestyle as they had originally thought. And now they're regretting that. Now they're getting the consequences of their actions for that. Whether that's you that isn't compatible or as well off financially, or somebody else. Okay. I'm getting, for those that know that this person is with someone else, living with, or has a family with, or married to, there is some sort of, this is this energy of falling out of love with that person. But this person is, if they're staying due to entanglements, right? Financial entanglements, especially if they have children with that person, or concerns over assets. That definitely, says that there's something to do with the family being in disarray. This person could have thought that, you guys would grow old together, but you're not going to grow old together after all. Or they thought that this marriage partner, if it's a marriage partner, would be the one that they ended up with and would grow old with, but now they're seeing that that's not going to happen after all. And I'm getting, it could have something to do with somebody not being as traditional as they had thought. So you might be a wild witchy woman, okay? But don't have to be. But I know plenty of witches watch my channel, or people who are into spirituality, obviously. This is a tarot channel. They have to be somewhat open-minded to those things. And if this person is coming across, with this Ten of Pentacles, conservative earth energy, as somebody very concerned with, like, assets, image, money, tradition, convention, then they could have very well chosen someone else because of that and did you an injustice as a result. But it's not working out. And for those that resonate that this is the person that you have a family with, that family is in disarray, and this person is no longer thinking that you guys are going to grow old together. They might be realizing that, you guys are more different than they had first realized. And key differences on perspective, they're unable to stick up for you, maybe to their family, or just they're unable to be on your side, or vice versa. And as a result, there's this feeling of loss and this feeling of hurt, emotional or financial poverty as a result of that, okay? So, this is kind of in contrast to this person's feeling confident now, so things must turn around, right? We'll see in the extended. But I'm going to pull you some notes from your beloved here. Maybe they're confident about whatever they're leaving behind. It's the right choice, right? All right, angel spirits and guides for option 3. What does their person want to say to them? How do they feel about option 3? If you're liking the video so far, please hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you do subscribe, you can hit the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload a new video. For option 3, how does this person feel about them? Okay, a couple here. I have a vision for my future and I'm not sure how you fit into it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There being some some conflict between the two of you, some key differences in lifestyles or values. And so where they might have saw you as someone, or they did see you as somebody that they would grow old with, or could really have the potential of growing old with, they're no longer seeing that because, you know, they're not sure how you fit in. I'm ready to take responsibility. Give me another chance. So this is interesting, and it's good because it talks about, like what the confidence card said, this person is having the confidence to reach out to ask you for another chance. They are ready to take responsibility for their part in the situation, for not having your back, sticking up for you when they should have, or at least attempting to see things more from your point of view, you know, in the past or in the present, whatever contributed to this conflict. So it's like, yeah, they are, you know, swallowing their pride at least a little bit here to even ask the question and to even say, you know, will you give me another chance? What else does option 3's person want to say to them, please? I just want to be happy. So this person just wants to be happy. I feel like things have gotten very complicated for them in their quest for love and their quest for having that happy family. They're just doing what they think they should be doing. They're trying to do things the right way. They're confident about, you know, what they want in life, and whereas in the past it might have been that they wanted to live life according to, you know, a certain vision or expectations, I feel like now I want to say, I'm hearing reduced. They're reduced to simply just saying, I just want to be happy. Just screw all the rest of it. If you're the one that I want to be happy with, or the one that has the highest probability of making me happy or being happy with me, then, you know, you're the one that I want. It's that kind of an energy, whereas this person just had it with, you know, I'm saying details, but also like technicalities and obligations. And it just boils down to them really just wanting to be happy. So I feel like this is almost like past, present, and future energy. I didn't see, you know, a vision for you and how you fit in. So I messed up, but now I'm ready to take responsibility. Can I have another chance? Why? Why? Because I just want to be happy. I'm asserting my feeling of confidence in the form of stating, you know, that I simply just want to be happy, and that's what I want. And this card also flipped up. With you, I can just be myself. It's really nice. So what it boils down to, regardless of whether they're family and friends like you, or you fit into some vision that they had for the future, you know, nobody else has to like you. Nobody else has to sleep with you or be married to you or deal with you. They do, right? And so it only really matters what they think and what they feel for you at the end of the day. And what they think and what they feel is that you make them feel really nice, that they can just be themselves. You know, with you, you make them feel comfortable enough to just be themselves. And evidently that is something that they're lacking. And it's helped them to renew their confidence towards your connection, because now they're more clear on what they really want. And I feel that they are asserting what they really want and moving in that direction, you know, after a time of turmoil and after a time of conflict. So we'll see how you fit into that, option 3. If you want to follow me over to the extended, I'm going to pull more message from your person cards and tarot cards and romance angels cards. So please follow me over there if you'd like to. The link for that will be in the description box below. And if not, thank you for tuning in. I hope that was helpful in some way, and I'll talk to you next time.